Hi there, Victor Pross, speaking to you, anarchist artist. All right, just a few words for the war mongers out there. And I guess I'm talking about all those people who applaud and cheered the whole invasion going into Iraq, at the time. It might be kind of like old news now, but with all the wars that have been launched by the United States, at current, with their eyes being peered over to Iran right now. I guess that's pretty much why I'm touching upon that, because it's something that I just can't simply believe just what kind of fucking monkey brains that it takes for all the mainstream propaganda that's being poured into the eardrums of the people in the United States. All those percentage of people. I know there's a lot of intelligent people. There's a lot of friends that I have in the States, and I'm not speaking about that. I'm just talking about that percentage who have shit for brains, monkey shit for brains, who bought into that whole Iraqi bullshit, even when all the facts have been exposed and all the facts have boiled to the surface through lots of sources, through not even alternative media, not just alternative media, but mainstream media. When the facts came out that the people that the powers that be, the Bush administration brought war against the Iraqi people on a lie. And the hundreds and the thousands of deaths, not only American soldiers' deaths, but the deaths of human beings in general, okay, men, women, and children, was made possible because of a fucking lie. Now, this is not some kind of I'm not apologizing for or defending Saddam Hussein, for Christ's sakes. Of course not. He's a fucking dictator. But that also goes for the war crimes of the Bush administration too. Do you think that the United States government is exempt from evil? You don't think that the evil people are running that government, for Christ's sakes? And this bullshit about people thinking that we went in there these Muslims, these tin pot dictators around the world, they hate us for our freedoms. That's the lie that's been shoveled. And I can't believe the people who fucking believe this shit. I mean, are you serious? Do you seriously think that 9/11 was based on fanatics who hate Americans for their freedoms? That has nothing to do. It has nothing to do with America's 60-year-old foreign policy of policing the world that hasn't stirred the hornet's nest. Do you really think that has nothing to do with how 9/11 came about? And now we're having our eyes on Iran, and the people who believe that America is policing the world, they're trying to import democracy, and it's all based on some kind of fuzzy wuzzy pink unicorns altruistic reason. That's why we're going into there. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. These warmongers, these ruling elite, it's all about the buck. It follow the money trail, for Christ's sakes. It's about expanding American. It's about American expansionism, and it's about bloodlust. When you get right down to it, it's for resources. It's for tapping into the Federal Reserve even more to fund these wars, to inflate the currency, because it's not direct taxation that's paying for those wars. It's inflating the currencies that future generations will have to pay for, so the powers that be that are in office in current, the powers of the present, are shoveling off all the debt off into the future for future generations to pay for those wars. If you really want to, if you're all rah American flag waving asshole, want to invade those countries, and you think that that's a good thing, then foot the bill for it now in the present, out of your income. Let's see how you feel about it. Let's see if all of a sudden, from being a warmonger, you don't all of a sudden turn into Albert fucking Schweitzer if you have to pay for those wars right now in the present. And another thing too is that in regards to this this whole issue of that, as me personally, that I'm an anarchist volunteerist who only has negative views regarding the American empire. No, I'm an anarchist. That's a universal application to speaking against the initiation of violence universally. Okay, I do not support uh, dictators around the world, for Christ's sakes. Of course not. Of course not, though. But let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you this. If you really think that it's a good thing that we're going into these countries, to free the people from their dictators, and that's the reason why. I mean, that's just fucking bullshit. But if you really think that, though, if you really think that that's a good thing, yeah, we're policing the world. And we're trying to overthrow these evil dictators, and we're doing it because of an altruistic reason. Let me ask you this, though. Here is, if you think that the American government is so concerned about the citizenry of other people in other countries, and yet they're expropriating and they're setting up NDAA legislation and FEMA camps, if they don't even respect the rights of their own citizenry, how do you think that they give a fuck about the people over in other countries? Seriously, how do you fucking think that they even give a shit about you? You really think that they're concerned for the citizens of other countries when they don't give a flying fuck about you? They're expropriating and expanding inflating the currency, and selling off your kids and your grandchildren into debt slavery. You think they give a fuck about what's going on with the rest of the world? Like, so concerned about the citizens of other people who are under dictatorships? Well, let me ask you this. America itself is slipping into a dictatorship. It's already a police state. It's slipping in on the slippery slope of a dictatorship. How would you feel if some other country, whatever other country, decided to bomb the shit out of you on the purported purpose of, oh well, we're just trying to free the American people, from their evil rulers, and they are evil rulers, for Christ's sakes. Do you want to have the shit bombed out of you, or do you want to remain free as possibly as you can in your mind, and to cope with the powers that be in your country, and to do what you can to bring down a despicable government, whatever it takes, whether you believe in voting or whether you believe in the expansion of ideas, or just fighting for yourself, uprising, whether it's a social upheaval or whatnot. You don't want some other country bombing the shit out of you on the pretense of, hey, we're freeing you. That's all we're trying to do. So tit for tat, an eye for an eye, okay? Turn the tables around and see how you would feel if that were the case, okay? So get your head out of your fucking ass and wake the fuck up. That's all I have to say. Victor Pross, anarchist artist, signing out. Pop goes the culture.